Hi, everyone. Anne O'Connell here, and welcome to the author journey. I've planned a bit of a different show today. We're pre-recording it because I'm at the Paradise Writers Retreat this week. Hopefully, we're having a great time, but today I want to this moment and this author journey to remember one of our authors who recently passed away, Cindy Tingley, who was very near and dear to my heart, and I know many of yours as well. So I wanted to take this opportunity to remember Cindy, talk about her books, and just really put out a tribute to these amazing children's stories that she wrote, and that came from her heart. And it was my very great pleasure to work on with her. I want to give you just a little bit of insight into Cindy and who she was, and then talk a little bit about her books as well. Author Cindy Tingley was born in a little village in New Brunswick called Point de Butte, near the Nova Scotia border, where she lived for 16 years. She moved around New Brunswick during her high school years, finally settling in Fredericton. After high school, Tingley met and settled down with her partner, and for many years they ran a farm, produced lumber, and raised their own beef while working on rural community development projects. She remembers being interested and excited about writing as early as 8 years old, but life was busy and writing only became a priority in more recent years. Cindy began writing the Lily series of children's Bible stories more than 10 years ago and felt that now was the time to reignite the message of bringing peace to a fractured world. Lily's Secret was the first in the series, followed by two more: Lily's Desert Adventure and Lily's Egypt Adventure. There is a fourth book in the works. Cindy gave me the manuscript before she passed and made me promise that it would come out. So we'll have the fourth in the Lily's Adventure series coming out in time for Easter. Cindy moved to Halifax in November of 2013. And along with writing every day, she loved to drum, sing. She was in the You Gotta Sing chorus in Halifax for 4 years, and walk and hang out with good people who raise her up. I was very proud to be one of those hopefully good people, but Cindy spent a lot of time raising others up, even more than they raised her up. So again, a real hole in my heart. Cindy is going to be greatly missed, but I want to share a little bit more about just what she brought to the OC Publishing family, in addition to me personally. She was always game for anything. Anytime I said, Cindy, do you want to sign books? Do you want to come to Word on the Street? Do you want to join me at Word on the Hill? Do you want to participate in an OC Publishing authors roundtable? There was never any hesitation. She always said yes, and she was always there, not just for her own books, but for anything that might be needed. So she was just such a bright spot, and I just loved having her at the events that we did together. So here she is at Word on the Street, and then on the bottom corner, that's with three of her fellow OC Publishing authors: Angela Jeffries, Diane Bain, and Montaha Hidafi, a few years back when we had a gathering and celebrated the work that they had done, all of the authors. And she was always ready to sign books. Boy, set up a table, put the books in front of her, and she was ready to go. She did chapters, she did Veritas books. We were at Dartmouth Book Exchange. Just anything that would help to get the word out about this beautiful series of books, the Heart Talking series with Lily. She loved meeting readers and telling her stories. one of the events that we went to together that people talk about still, where they met her, was at Dark Speak. So that was a lot of fun, and Cindy did a reading there. This picture of Cindy is actually at one of her book launches, but she just loved to get out there and share her stories with folks. Speaking of sharing stories, I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of these books, and encourage you to look into them a little bit more, because all of them are about finding peace, believing in yourself, being tolerant, and spreading love. So I want to talk to you first about Lily's Secret. This is the story of a little donkey named Lily who has a secret. One day, Lily is visited by an angel who tells her of a child, a savior who will be born, and Lily is the one chosen to take his mother Mary and her husband Joseph to Bethlehem. Lily is frightened because she's been told she's too little to do anything important. She draws strength from her faith and overcomes her fears and self-doubt to safely carry Mary and Jesus, the unborn child, to their destination. I'm just going to read a couple of pages from each of these books to give you a little bit of a flavor of Cindy's books. And this book is actually dedicated to the one who keeps me on the path of light and love. And each one has a little illustration. These are first chapter books, probably for ages maybe 7 to 10, or for reluctant readers. As Lily and her brothers munched on breakfast one morning, it was just like any other day. But tiny, gentle Lily, the baby of the family, felt a definite change in the air. Her long, gray, fuzzy ears twitched in the soft morning breeze. Coco and Max, her two brothers, were very big and strong. They were always chosen to carry heavy cargo wherever people needed them. Greta, the oldest, was the pride of the family, for she was the mother of many fine baby donkeys that would carry on the family line. Then there was Lily. Mama and Papa were always fussing over her because she was so little and the weakest of the herd. It had been decided before she was very old that she would stay at home and look after them in their old age. After all, she was too tiny to do much else. So she agreed. Yet there was a quiet excitement growing in her heart. She remembered when she was very young, an angel had told her of an extra special baby who was coming soon for all mankind. He told her that she would have a very important part in this baby's life. Lily had always listened to her heart. Unlike the rest of her family, she was a dreamer. And since that first visit, she continued to talk to the angels. After all, it was widely known that her grandfather Ezra had seen one in the middle of the road one day. He veered off the path and tumbled into a field. Ever since Lily had heard that story, she felt very close to him. She wondered if he had known about the baby who was coming. She would have a special job to do, but there was no one she could share her secret with. The rest of her family seemed to have lost their animal angel talk. So that is book 1. And of course, this is about the birth of Jesus. So the series continues with Lily's Egypt adventure. And it's the second book in the First Reader's Bible series that tells the story of the life of Jesus through the eyes of a little donkey named Lily. In the first book, Lily's Secret, the carrot-munching, carefree Lily overcomes her initial fear and self-doubt of her ability to fulfill a huge responsibility to safely carry Mary and Jesus, the unborn child, to Bethlehem. Once Lily successfully completes her task and baby Jesus has been born, she thinks they can all go home. But when the wise men visit the Holy Family, she senses that something has changed. In the darkest hour of the night, Joseph wakes her and says they have to hurry to a strange new land to keep Jesus safe. She is off to the desert, her journey still far from over, and another adventure begins. So one of the beautiful things about these books is the animal entourage that develops as Lily continues her adventures. So this is Daisy the camel, who is also a very special character. So I'm going to move on to Lily's Egypt adventure. So this is the third in the story. Lily the donkey's adventures with the Holy Family continue as they depart Bethlehem in the dark of night to escape King Herod's clutches. After crossing the desert, they arrive in Egypt, and Lily's Egypt adventure unfolds as new and old animal friends join the entourage and learn and share lessons of love, kindness, and forgiveness. Young readers will enjoy this Bible fan fiction told from the perspective of Lily, a carrot-munching, feisty donkey, Professor Rakim Rabbit, Red Dog, Yo-Yo the monkey, lions Khufu and Aziza, and camel siblings Daisy, Decca, and more. And you have a quote here. Tingley speaks to the heart of readers of all ages with a message of hope, freedom, and how all creatures, great and small, can be transformed by the power of God's love. That was Darcy Gillis, a former Sunday school teacher. So just a little taste of this beautiful series in memory of and tribute to the late Cindy Tingley, who we recently lost. I have a big hole in my heart, but I know that she is at peace now, and she promised me that she would be a badass angel sitting on my shoulder. So I invite you to explore more about Cindy on the OC Publishing website, ocpublishing.ca, and visit the author pages and learn more about this beautiful series of books with number 4 coming soon. So I hope you enjoyed that little look into the life of the beautiful and kind and amazingly talented Cindy Tingley. So that's it for today. Bye for now, and we'll see you next time on the author journey.